Stay Tuned Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of a drunken degenerate watching the National Football League.
Welcome, everybody, to Stay Tuned Sports. I'm your boy King, hanging out with you here on this beautiful Sunday where the Giants just got their ass kicked because they suck. But we're also going to be watching the Seahawks and the Buccaneers here right now. Buccaneers have possession. They are now in Seahawks territory as we speak. We have all these, there's so many other games and things that are happening, going on. We are trying to see what's happening here, of course, in the Broncos and Eagles game, which is not done yet, and we're going to get ready to watch that here in just a moment, as the Broncos are facing a 4th and 9 currently. Clock is ticking. The Buccaneers, they are facing a 1st and 10. It looks like they are going to lose yardage on that particular play that they had. Broncos take a timeout with 1:14 remaining in their game. And that's it. ELS says Panthers win. And I think I picked Miami in that game too. I was like, I think Miami will build on it. The Panthers haven't played well. They came all the way back there. Early on, it looked like Dolphins was a good pick, but they collapsed, much like the Giants did, and have lost to the Panthers. So the Panthers now with 2 wins on the season, and the Dolphins at 1-4. I don't know how much longer Mike McDaniels is going to be down there as coach. Baker Mayfield rolling to his left. That's going to be thrown, caught. That's good for, I think, 4 yards. God damn, do these teams look good. As you can see, the logos there on my own personal scoreboard that I've made, looking great here. 31-yard attempt here for the Broncos in their game in Philadelphia. We are kind of doing a little multi-screen here, checking out all these games. There's a flag in the Broncos-Eagles game. So here we go, 39 for the Buccaneers. Baker, he's going to pull it down and run it himself, and he's going to slide down at the about 12-yard line. 4th down coming up here for the Buccaneers. They may settle for a field goal. So the Broncos had a false start penalty, makes it 4th and 14. 36-yard field goal attempt for the Broncos. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is good. It is a 4-point game with 1:11 remaining in Philadelphia. So the Eagles have no timeouts and 1:11 to go ahead and score. Snap, hold, kick is up and good for the Buccaneers. And so the Buccaneers, they get, that's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. They get 3 points up in Seattle as they get points on their first possession as they lead 3-0 against the Seahawks, who again wearing their beautiful throwbacks as well. Jets are going for an onside kick, down 37-22 in their game. Looks like they did not get it, as we see Jalen Hurts getting ready on the sidelines, trying to lead the Eagles to victory. Shipley's going to get it to the 26 for the Eagles, and that's where they will start. Down 4. They need a touchdown to win. Field goal does them no good. Cardinals up 7-0 in their game with the Titans. By the way, that game has also started. The only other game where we will be waiting on then will be the Redskins and Chargers game. That starts at 4:25 Eastern. Thank you, ELS. Yeah, ELS let me know that the Cardinals did get a touchdown here. 1st and 10, Jalen Hurts. He's back. Pocket collapses. He is sacked. So the clock continues to tick because they don't have a timeout. 2nd and 14. Tick, tick, tick. Clock is under 50 seconds now. Hurts steps back, throws over the middle. That's going to be to Saquon. Saquon's going to get it to the 29, to the 30. They're going to say 29. 3rd down. Tick, 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 tick. Clock is at 30 seconds. Third and 7 here. Throws incomplete. Intended for Goddard. Stops the clock with 21 seconds. 4th and 7. Coming up here for the Eagles. Last chance saloon for the Eagles. ELS in the chat says he needs Agbuka to get 1 to 2 touchdowns in this game for his fantasy team. I think Tampa Bay would like to get 1 or 2 touchdowns from him for their not fantasy team. They'd certainly like to get that going for them if they could. Seahawks get the kick at the 6. They're going to return it up to about the 30, 31-yard line. Looks like it'll be the 30 that they call that. 4th and 7. Hurts back. He's got time. He looks. He throws over the middle. Incomplete. Was there a flag? And they're going to throw a couple of late flags and say pass interference. 15 seconds remaining in the game. When we've got an offsides in the Seattle game there, that's definitely going to be a flag there. I don't know if that's going to be it seems like they let the play go. So it looks like it's going to be offsides on the Buccaneers. $15 seconds left. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Hurts back. It's kind of all got to be by the sidelines here. Thrown. It's caught, complete, and out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Dotson gets the catch there for the Eagles. We got offsides on the Buccaneers and illegal motion on the Seahawks. So offsetting penalties in that game. The down doesn't count, but you get two flags for one. 2 flags for one, and neither one of them count, but they count on our counter. So it's just 1st and 10 again there for the Seahawks. 9 seconds left. 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line of the Broncos for Jalen Hurts. He steps back, looks, throws over the middle. Almost intercepted. Goddard was the intended receiver. He's looking for a flag. He's not getting one. 3 seconds remaining. This is the last play of the game for the Eagles, barring a penalty. Seahawks, they get a 1st down in their game. Cooper Kupp with the reception. 1st and 10, Seattle as they're moving fast with tempo in their game. Eagles fans are booing. They want to call for pass interference. They can eat a big bag of dicks because they're fucking Eagles fans. I don't give a shit what they want. So here we go. They put another second on the clock. Play clock reaches 0. Oh, they reset the clock. That's giving the Eagles a break there. That's unfortunate. So here we go. Last play. 2nd and 10. Hurts back. Hurts is looking. Hurts throws. Deep ball to the end zone. Oh, knock it down. Incomplete. And the Broncos have defeated the Philadelphia Eagles 21-17 in Philadelphia. They have the Eagles had command of this game, and I can't believe the Eagles fell in that game. That just means that they're going to murder the New York Giants when they play them on Thursday night. It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. Oh, me, oh, my, oh. It's always a great day when the Eagles lose, even if the Giants lose as well. It's always a great day when the Eagles lose. So here, 2nd and 18 for Seattle. Now we can focus a little bit on the Seattle and the Broncos game here. This is crazy. Hamster says, where's Jimbo? I believe Jimbo was, he's not here today. I just got a message from him actually a little while ago. It said he was burying his mother's dead dog. His mother's dog apparently died overnight, so he was burying his mother's dead dog. So that's why he did not do the stream that he had up there, and he is not here currently. So Jimbo will not be joining us apparently for this Sunday of football, and that's kind of the norm now. It is what it is. We'll see him again someday, maybe. Who knows? Maybe Thursday, maybe not though. He's got work the next day, so I doubt that too. So we will see. We will see when that happens. 4th down and 3 coming up here for the Seahawks as we're trying to get our bearings here after the Giants game went a little long, and it didn't need to because that game was fucking over, and the Giants fucking suck ass. But now the Seahawks going to try to tie the game up here. With a field goal. 4th and 3. It's going to be a 44-yard attempt. Snap, hold, kick is up. And that is going to be no good. Wow. That kick went so far left to try assassinating a right-wing political figure. Oh, my God. So the game remains 3-0 Tampa Bay. As we have this matchup of beautiful uniforms. Tampa Bay currently 3-0 over the Seahawks. As you see Bucko Bruce and the original Seahawk up there. God, I'd love to see those uniforms come back. Like if all the Seahawks have to do is add their current Seahawk to a silver helmet and just make the uniforms like these. Maybe if you want to put a modern, you could put the modern numbers on there or whatever. Do that. God, what a gorgeous uniform. I like Bucko Bruce, but I think Bucko, Bruce is good as an alternate. Good as a throwback. As great as they are, I don't know if I'd want to see them full-time. I think I love their current uniforms. For the Seahawks, I think these need to be full-time. Same for the Broncos with their blue helmets and the Bronco D. Got to have that big Bronco D on there. Big, giant, throbbing Bronco D. But like the orange jerseys with the sky blue helmets, like, yeah, those slap. Those are good. I'd like to see those come back as well. So there you go. Recap here of some of the early games. You got the Giants losing to the Saints 26-14. You have the Eagles losing to the Broncos, in which they had command of that game, but then lost it at the end. Broncos win 21-17. Cowboys with a 37-22 win over the New York Jets. The Dolphins lose to the Panthers after they had massive control of that game. So that's a bit crazy there. As we look at all of these games here, We could check out some of the other finals there as well. The Vikings and Browns. Vikings beat the Browns in London, 21-17. The Vikings 5-0 in London games, by the way. 5-1 in international games because they lost in Dublin last week. But in London, in good old London town at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, the Vikings unbeaten, 21-17 win over the Browns. Colts destroy the Raiders, 40-6. As we mentioned before, the Giants lose to the Saints 26-14. Cowboys beat the Jets. Dolphins beat the Panthers. And the Texans dismantle a very injured Ravens team 44-10. So that is where we stand right now currently with all of our games here as the the Redskins and Chargers have looked like they're getting ready to start their game in Los Angeles, in Inglewood. 1st and 10, Baker Mayfield steps back. He looks, throws. Too high. Incomplete pass. They were looking for a interference call there. Were the Buccaneers? That did not occur. 2nd and 10. I got to fix my cheat sheets here too. So here we go. 2nd and 10. That's going to be a handoff here. And that's going to be a gain of 6 yards there for White. 3rd and 4 upcoming. I know I almost said Rashid White. It's Rashad White. Sorry about that. Sorry, everybody. Sorry. I only meant to screw up that one thing. Sorry. Baker, he's going to pull it down. He's going to run it and get the first down himself, and then he slides down at the 47-yard line. 1st and 10, Buccaneers. He couldn't find anybody open, but hey, listen, when you see green in front of you, take it, and Baker's going to do that, even with a bit of a bad knee. There's going to be another handoff to White. White's going to get about a yard. 2nd down. And 9. Oh, so he did get about a yard. I didn't know if he was going to do that either. Again, a little bit of a hectic start to this particular stream, but thank you so much for joining us here on Statesman Sports. My name is King. We had previously watched the Giants lose to the Saints for the 1 o'clock game window. Then when we came over to this stream, we were watching the end of the Eagles and Broncos game where the Broncos came all the way back and ended up defeating the Eagles. The Eagles now suffered their first loss. Whoa! No flag. Ibuka was thrown out of bounds after I thought he was already out of bounds, but there's no flag against Seattle. Even so, that's going to be 1st and 10 for the Buccaneers right now at Seattle's 24-yard line as we're getting ready to end the first quarter here. By the way, the Titans have gotten a field goal in their game with the Cardinals, 7-3. The Cardinals lead in that game. Baker's going to hand off here. I just realized that scoreboard is way ahead of where I am on the on this game because we're only at 107 here. They're saying that's the end of the first quarter. We still got a minute to go on the stream that I'm watching, so that just is what it is. Nothing I can do about that. Bad stream is a bad stream. Nothing you can do. Lions, they get a touchdown in their game. They are now up on the Bengals 7-0. Baker's back, looks, throws, incomplete. On 2nd and 7, it's now 3rd and 7. But they called roughing the passer on the Seahawks. Oh, no. Oh, why there we go. 3 is the number we want. Oh, they hit them low. And they're going to call the low ones every time. Not sure how I feel about that, but unfortunately the rules are what the rules are. Four-yard gain on first down, second down. And 6 upcoming here. Second down and 7, actually, here for the Buccaneers. And that's going to end the first quarter. First quarter is over there in Seattle in this most beautiful of games. The Buccaneers currently hold a 3-0 lead over the Seattle Seahawks. ALS is saying my local networks only give us the Lions game here on Fox. Well, you're in Wisconsin, so that makes sense. And there's no CBS game. Usually, yeah, if the one game, the later games, there's only one network gets the doubleheader. This week, the doubleheader was going to be for Fox. So, unless you got a way to get a stream, or you have Sunday Ticket, or you got a way to do an illegal stream. Not saying that that's what I use, but you know. Hamster says he's got Sunday Ticket, so he can actually watch this. ELS says, yes, I am very behind on the game, but there's nothing I can do about it because I have an illegal stream, because that's all I got. That's all I got to work with, because they don't have it on any of the other any of the other networks, unfortunately. So it's just what I got to deal with. You deal with what you got to deal with. Let me check CBS. And it doesn't appear. Yeah, it does not appear that. Yeah, they're not playing the game on there, so I can't get it off there. So I have to do it on this particular stream. And using this particular stream means it's going to be a little behind. I can check and see if I got maybe some of the other streams work better. I don't know. Oh, it is okay. Some of the other streams are better. So let me do that. They're back from the start of the second quarter. Baker throws here, and that's going to be White with the carry. 3rd and 4 upcoming here. Buccaneers so far in the day are 2 for 3 on third down conversions. 3rd and 4. Baker in shotgun. Takes a snap. Oh, it's bobbled. I don't think he caught it. He did not. He never had control. Incomplete. 4th and 4 upcoming here for the Buccaneers. Godwin just could not corral that pass. Snap, hold, kick is up, and the Buccaneers are going to take a 6 0-0 lead. So it's been a battle of field goals here so far. Why? My fat fingers keep on hitting the fucking numbers here. 6-0 so far in that game. Buccaneers 6, Seahawks nothing. Sorry if I seem a little down. The Giants stole my soul today, so it's a little, the energy level might be a little lower than we're all used to here. I keep on doing this. Keep on trying. Fuck it. I'm just gonna put a hat on. Maybe that'll stop it. Not doing my fucking weird. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Anyway, is what it is. I'm in a mood. I'm in a fucking mood. Fucking Giants. How am I even doing in my picks? Let's see how bad King is doing in his picks. Let's take a look here, ladies and gentlemen. 1990. This is looking up my picks. Let's see what we have. Hey, my nephew Thomas, he's at top with 9 correct picks so far. I'm down all the way with 6. Holy shit. Not a good. I knew it wasn't going to be a good week. Son of a bitch. What games I get wrong? Let me see the games I got wrong. Okay, I got the Rams wrong. I think everybody got the Rams wrong. Got the Browns wrong, which they almost had. Fumbled on a kickoff by Seattle. They do pick it up. They're at the 20, 25. Looks like they'll get to the 26-yard line, and that's where they will start off. ELS in the chat says, King, do you think Trevor Lawrence will have a good game tomorrow since Love is on a bye week for my fantasy football team? I don't know, but I think you're running out of time to pick a fantasy quarterback, so I guess if you have Trevor Lawrence, that's it. That's what you got. Let's see. I got the Texans correct. I got the Colts correct. And that's where I sit right now. I got the Colts correct. I got the Texans correct. And that's where I sit. Now, again, the other games I have correct is because my other picks that I do, the group chat picks with my family and others, they also count the games that are happening right now. So that's why I'm even lucky to even have 6, because the Buccaneers are winning. I picked the Buccaneers. Lions are winning. I picked the Lions. And the Chargers are winning. I picked the Chargers. So there was 2nd and 10 there, and that's going to be a flag on the Buccaneers. That's going to be pass interference, it looks like. Yep. Pass interference on the Buccaneers. That's going to be Jacob Parrish called for that particular penalty. Chargers wearing all blue today. That looks stupid. They need to not do that again. I don't mind the blue pants with the white jersey. I think that actually is fine. But the blue pants and blue jersey, the mono blue, looks fucking terrible. That's going to be a 3-yard loss for the Seahawks on the run there. Second down upcoming. And that's the thing. If I didn't switch my Texans, if I didn't switch that pick from the Ravens to the Texans on Saturday, that would have been, I would have only have one correct pick so far. Oh, almost caught by JSN, but hit as soon as the ball got to him, popped out, incomplete. 3rd and 13 upcoming here for the Seahawks. And yeah, I had covered in the last stream, ELS, I did cover the AP top 25 that did come out, and that Penn State and Texas both are out. The number 1 and number 2 team in the preseason top 25 are out. Not there. I went through the whole list. I know you were in and out, and that's fine, but I did go through the whole list already. And on a fucking 3rd and, 14, Walker, he runs for the first down, but there's a flag down. And it looks like it's going to be a hold. Ineligible man downfield because it was a shovel pass. Since it was a pass, it was a receiver, passing play, ineligible man downfield on the Seahawks, and that negates the first down run. And I hate that stupid fucking rule, but there it is. There it is. I don't like the rule, but that's what it is. Dumb rule, but that's what it is. Cardinals lead 14-3 now on the Titans, by the way. Darnold's going to throw it, and boy, they got close anyway. It's going to be 4th and 4th and 5. Charbonnet gets it down there. So 4th and 5 coming up here for the Seahawks, and they look like they will punt the ball away. Lions moving the ball against the Bengals. That is not a surprise. 11:40 remaining here in the second quarter in Seattle as they're getting ready to punt the ball away to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and wearing their Bucco Bruce creamsicle uniforms that look good. I mean, this game has been kind of boring so far, but it looks fucking beautiful. Fair caught at the 6. What are we doing? Stop fair catching inside the 10. I don't get it. Pecan in the chat says, "Arr, let's go Bucks." Pecan, again, thank you so much for joining us here. And obviously, I know you like doing the "Arr, let's go Bucks" thing. And you've also donated over $100, or not over, but you have donated $100 here to us, which is why your name is on the ticker. All that being said, fuck you and your Saints. Okay? Love you. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for all you do for us, Pecan. We really do love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. However, fuck you and your Saints. Ela says, "There's happy Saints fan, Pecan." Oh, yeah, no, great. That's great. I'm glad he's very happy today. I'm glad he's super happy. Thank you. Yeah, that's great. That's great. No, Pecan, trust me, I'm happy. I'm super happy for you. I'm happy that you're happy. I'm super happy that you are just happy today for whatever reasons you might be happy. I don't know why you might be this happy. I don't know what might have happened during the day or anything that might have made you feel so happy and delighted with how the day has gone for you. But whatever it may be, for whatever reason, I'm glad that you're happy. I'm so happy that our Saints fan, our resident Saints fan, Pecan, is super, super, super happy today. Pecan in chat says, "I will take that fuck you with a smile." That's the first time, not the last time. I've taken a couple of fucks with a smile. Fucking Giants. Always the Giants. As we check in on some of these other games, as we see here, the Titans losing to the Cardinals 14-3. Buccaneers and Seahawks, again, the stream is just behind, so there's nothing I can do about that. We see that. I might put like a block on there so that like we can't see it. So here we go. Baker Mayfield under center. From the 6-yard line, it's going to be a handoff. It's going to be no gain on that one. Tucker, the fullback, number 44, with the carry. They're going to give him 2nd and 9. That's being fucking generous. Lions fumble the ball, says ELS, as he's watching that game there in Wisconsin. Baker on 2nd and 9 throws the ball. It's completed, but that's going to be good for a fucking loss there. So here we go. 3rd and 12 now for the Bucks. They throw a fucking screen pass for some fucking reason, and that's only going to gain about 4 yards. Oh, why is it? Why was the possession not? I thought I changed the possession. Never mind. Well, the Buccaneers have possession, but they're going to have to punt the ball away from deep in their own end. This is why you also don't fair catch inside your own 10 goddamn yard line. Why are we doing that? That punt is away, and that's going to take a little bit of a roll, which the Buccaneers need to get every inch of that, and that's going to be good. Down to the 42 of the Seahawks, and that is where they will go ahead and take over. And they're going to break there. What? Were you happy because of the Brewers? I know you weren't. You couldn't have been happy because of Wisconsin. That's for sure. I'm trying to find I can use. I hate when I have stuff, but I can't quite use it. Maybe I'll use this one. Why does nothing I have work? Oh, Michigan Tech beat Minnesota, number 8 Minnesota. That is a huge fucking upset. You're absolutely right. ELS letting us know that also in the Bengals-Lions game, the fumble was upheld. And so the Bengals do have the ball. So here we go. 41-yard line is where Seattle will get it. Darnold throws to JSN, and he's going to get about 3.5, 4 yards on there. 2nd and 6 upcoming here for the Seahawks. And the Bengals did nothing with the ball, says ELS, and that's not a surprise. Third and 4 upcoming here for Seattle. Darnold back, looks, throws. Boy, just caught and actually just over the first down marker. First down for the Seahawks. Cooper Kupp with the reception. Lions wide receiver. Yeah, Raymond looked like he got hurt with a concussion. ELS letting us know that there in the chat, and I see it there on the red zone. Sam Darnold, 1st and 10 from the 48 of Tampa. Throws. It's going to be caught and complete. Barner, the tight end, with the reception. 1st and 10. Seahawks, they're starting to move the ball very, very well here. Darnold. No, there's a direct snap to Milroe. They try to do a pitch. It goes backwards. It's fumbled, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have recovered it. Oh, no. They brought out Milroe to do kind of a little tricky, hitchy, woo-woo kind of play there. And the Bucs have the ball from their own 41-yard line with 6:24 remaining in the second quarter. So it's kind of been the game visually, from an aesthetic standpoint, looks great. From a football play standpoint, we're a little iffy. We are a little iffy. Pecan, why do you do this to us? Why are you so good? Why are you good? You shouldn't be that good to us. You should not be that good to us. But there we go. We get to update that real quickly there as Pecan has donated another $10. And now Pecan, he's the $110 man, Ted DiBiase. Money, 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 money. Down, 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 down. I'm sure Pecan remembers old Ted DiBiase back in the day, man. Thank you so much, Pecan. Thank you for another $10 donation. I don't know. I don't have anything. I know, like, Grassi does, like, boops and shit on, like, here. I can give you this guy. I'll give you our little... Everybody's going to die. There you go. For every time that there's a donation, this guy will show up. Thank you very much. We're all going to die, but thank you for the money. Thank you, Grimmy. You got a little Grimmy shout out every time you donate to us. No, I don't have a little cute cat that I do boops to, but we got a stuffed Grim Reaper that's just going to remind you that death comes for us all. Oh God! Welcome to Stay Tuned Sports, everybody. My name is King, and we're hanging out here watching the most beautiful game, visually anyway. The Buccaneers and the Seahawks wearing both of their throwbacks, but the gameplay itself, not so hot. Not so hot. So here comes Baker. He looks, throws, caught! That was Amika Mbuka, and that's gonna be a first down. Let me see. I'm gonna redo this because I need this to be like. So 1st and 10 now from the Seahawks 35, but that's going to be a loss of about 6 on that particular play. And of course, also because of that, we have a freezing in the stream. Baker here on 2nd and 15. He's going to run. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's as far as he goes. Not sure why we have a demonic sounding stream now. But that's what we got. Baker Mayfield, 3rd and 14, throws. Oh my God, are they going to convert? It looks like they do. And it is indeed a first down, but there's a flag down. I guess they picked up the flag. Hard to tell, as it sounds like Satan himself is talking to me through this stream now. Nothing's weird with the audio. But result of the play is indeed a first down. Johnson with the reception there. It's going to be 2nd down coming up here. Second and 4 coming up here for the Buccaneers. Pecan says, I can boop Taylor. Not if I want to get a lawsuit. Although, I don't know. Because Pepperjack got, she got the whole haul there from the Taylor release. There's a couple of posters and pictures. I could probably put a poster of Taylor behind me every time somebody donates. I could boop a titty or something. Probably. It's another pass, and that's going to be a first down. And inside the 10, down to about the 7-yard line, is Egbuka, or is that White? White had that particular reception. So it's first and goal for the Buccaneers now from the 7-yard line. Getting close to the 2-minute warning here. Dr. Cream Giver says, do you think this is the year the Buccaneers make the playoffs? Dr. Cream Giver, by the way, great name. I love giving cream. Don't get me wrong. The Buccaneers have made the playoffs, I think, for 5 straight seasons. So they're going to go, touchdown! On a first and goal run by Rachaad White and the Buccaneers. And we got to, look at that beautiful graphic. I even used the throwback phrase they used, the Bucks fever from 1976. The Buccaneers get the touchdown as they now lead 12-0 pending the extra point. Dr. Cream Giver says, let's go Bucks! Bucks up, baby! Bucks up indeed. Extra point is up, and the extra point is good, and the Buccaneers now hold a 13-0 lead over the Seattle Seahawks. Pecan in chat says, yes, I do believe so. He says, I've got some money on the Bucks. I trust Baker. I trust Baker, too. I really do love Baker Mayfield. I do. I think most people, most football people are rooting for Baker. I really do believe so. And especially with everything that he had gone through and just how he's taking command of the Buccaneers and how he's doing everything. So I'm 1,000% in a belief that they are, that the Buccaneers are I think they can be that team. I really do think they can be that team this year. Oh, all the streams are so far behind now. Oh, my God. I'm trying to catch up on some streams here. And some of them are so far behind. Well, this one looks like it might be okay. Nope, that one's super far behind. Why are they all so far behind? Like, I understand they're not, essentially like the cleanest streams. But still, like, come on. Fuck Rob Reiner. Dr. Cream Giver in the chat. He says, I personally believe that the Buccaneers have the best wide receiver core in the whole league. I think some people would talk about that. That's a great debate, but it's not hard to argue, especially when Evans is healthy, when Mike Evans is healthy. It's hard to believe. He says, and you lucky dogs drafting Bucky Irving too. Man, damn, you'll go. Again, Dr. Cream Giver, I'm not a Buccaneers fan. I'm a Giants fan. I've suffered enough today. I just like watching some of these other games as well, like the 4 o'clock game here. I know the game of the week was Chargers and Commanders, Redskins, sorry, Redskins. But that game is 10-0. I didn't think that game was going to be any good. I thought this one would be better. Plus, I wanted to use the old school logos, Dr. Cream. I like that. Dr. Cream Giver, yeah. I wanted to do more of that as well. So that's why we're covering here the Buccaneers and the Seahawks. And currently, this game is just as bad as the Chargers-Redskins game. All these games are blowout. This has been blowout city. This has been a very boring Sunday of football. We still love it. It's still good, but boy. You got the Cardinals up 21-6 on the Titans. You got the Buccaneers again up 13-0 here against the Seahawks. You've got the Lions. They're only up 7-0 against the Bengals, but they're going to have to punt, as ELS is letting us know there in the chat. And the Chargers up 10-0 on the Redskins. So it's good. It's a very, very, that. Dr. Cream says, oh, no, a Giants fan. That's a tough one. It is tough on the soul, my brother. It is tough. Hey, 49ers. For a team that's as injured as they are, to go into L.A. and beat the Rams like you did on Thursday, what a game. What a game. Big run back on the kickoff here for Seattle. And they got it at their 46-yard line. Great field position for the Seahawks here late in the first quarter. And there's 2:01 left on the clock, so there's 1 second remaining. So they're going to have to run a play before they get to the 2-minute warning. And the Bengals immediately throw an interception, and the Lions have the ball inside the Bengals' 15-yard line. Okay, well, there we go then. Thank you, ELS, for the heads up on that, on how the Bengals just are bangling. At some point, they might have to. They're going to have to look to pick up a quarterback, whether it's Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston from the Giants, whether it's Kirk Cousins from the Falcons, although I think they're too cheap to do that, to be honest. Darnold looks, throws, incomplete. He was getting pressure there on 1st and 10, 2nd and 10. But we have reached the 2-minute warning in Seattle. 2nd and 10 coming up for Seattle when they come back from this commercial break. But currently the Buccaneers up 13-0 against the Seahawks. Hamster says, Jimbo told me to tune in today because he had a special announcement. No, I think what we were doing today, we were gonna try something where we did the I did the Giants stream and he did the Eagles stream, so we would have concurrent live streams going. He would have Eagles, I would have Giants, and see if we could do like a double stream. But apparently, late last night, his mother's dog passed away. So he had to go and take care of that situation. So that's why he did not stream today, and that's why he is not here with us on this stream. Hamster says, how is it already the 2-minute warning? Again, time is again, this game started at 4:05, so we're just an hour and 5 minutes into the game. The games have been blowouts all game. The Giants, I'm surprised. The Giants game lasted longer than it should have. For as much as that game, like it was bad, but yeah, the games are moving fast, and the bigger blowouts mean I guess the games just move faster. I don't know. All these games, and then that's it. You had the only real good, interesting game was the Eagles-Broncos game. And then again, the Panthers were able to come back against the Dolphins and win. So that one actually turned out to be pretty entertaining as well. But boy, there's been a lot of just bad football today. And I had to watch the Giants. So I think I'm a little tainted. Or thinking about how bad the Giants, it's just, I got to watch the Giants. So it's just so bad. It's just so bad. It's just bad watching Giants football. So I was hoping maybe see a little bit better football, but it's been kind of like I said, it's been sloppy across the board here. Just sloppy or just, blowouts. Again, as we see the Cardinals up 21-6 against the Titans. That is what it is. 2nd and goal upcoming here for the Lions in their game against the Bengals. Handoff here on 2nd and 10 for the Seahawks. That's going to be a gain of about 4 yards. So 3rd and 6 upcoming here for the Seahawks. Lions, they get a touchdown in their game in Cincinnati. So from the 50, Darnold back. He's got time, looks, throws. That's going to be caught. And just at the first down marker is Cooper Kupp. They're going to give them the first down. 1st and 10, Seattle. From the 44-yard line. Now throw it here on 1st down. Caught. And that's going to be another 1st down. Morton gets it down to the Buccaneers' 33-yard line. And Seattle's going to take a timeout, stopping the clock with 53 seconds left. 1st and 10 for the Seahawks. And they have taken their first timeout. The game is moving fast. ELS says the refs are not throwing their fucking flags, though. And that's a good thing. I'd rather they not, because that does slow down the game. This game has had 6 flags. The Giants game for the first half didn't have too many flags. The second half, again, was bad. They ended up with close to 20 flags ended up in that game again. That Detroit touchdown was a David Montgomery pass. That's cool. So, yeah, I mean, this is where we sit. Look at these 4 o'clock games. Chargers 10-0 on the Redskins. Lions 14-0 on the Bengals. Buccaneers 13-0 on the Seahawks. Cardinals 21-6 on the Titans. Darnold's going to throw there on 1st and 10. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Now coming up. 45 seconds remaining in the second quarter. That Lions-Bengals game is going real slow because that one's only at fucking 12-16 in the second quarter. On 2nd and 10, Cooper Kupp's going to get a catch there. Looks like about 6 yards. 3rd and 6 upcoming. Or 3rd and 4, sorry. 6-yard catch. 4 yards remaining. 3rd and 4. And Seattle's going to take their second timeout with 33 seconds remaining. Oh, they bumped it's 36 seconds. They put 3 seconds back on the clock. Hampson says, I feel like I should just nap until the night game, which, again, is Bills-Patriots, which I like the Patriots. I like what they're doing, but that could be another fucking blowout. So this just might be the blowout Sunday. Week 5, blowout Sunday. Could be. Could be. Outside, again, the Eagles and Carolina coming back in their games. The other games, none of these games were particularly close or entertaining. Hamster says it's to mess up people's teasers. Again, Hamster, you're the guy who reads Vegas, I think, better than anybody. So, Charbonnet in the backfield. It's going to be thrown. It's going to be caught in the 1st down. They're going to say Arroyo caught it, but they're going to say he's out of bounds. I didn't think he was out of bounds. I don't think he got out of bounds. How did they call that out of bounds? Did I just not see that right? Doesn't matter. 1st and 10, 31 seconds. Darnold gets over the middle there. Oh, big hit, but that's going to be 1st and goal for the Seahawks. From the 6-yard line. Seahawks running up. They're saving their timeout. 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. Darnold finally gets the snap. Throws. Incomplete. Knocked away at the last second by the Tampa Bay defender McCollum with the defense on that play. 2nd and goal with 9 seconds remaining for the Seahawks. Hampson Chat says, when all the games are close, you can kind of tease the lines and win some money either way. But with a lot of the blowouts, that doesn't matter. And so Hamster saying that whatever Vegas is doing, whatever's happening in the NFL, should just fuck with you and to steal your money. And maybe it is. I have no idea. Never trust the money. Never trust the mob. So here we go. Still facing a 2nd and goal here. As the Buccaneers, they went and took a timeout. So they have 2 remaining. The Cincinnati Bengals have had 15 drives since their last touchdown. They are fucking terrible. Second and goal. Darnold back, looks, throws. That's going to be caught. And that is a touchdown for the Seahawks. JSN with the reception. Extra point attempt. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is good. And so we have a 6-point game. Again, the Buccaneers 13, the Seahawks 6, 6 seconds remaining in the half. ELS in the chat says the Lions with a challenge. They think that the Bengals fumbled the ball and the Lions recovered it. Let's see if that is indeed what the replay says. Crafty in the chat says Jaden Daniels shouldn't even be in the game if he's not healthy enough to move or target his receivers. And apparently, I'm not watching that game. I haven't seen what's happened there, but apparently that is a problem there. Is the Redskins are not having a much success here against the Chargers goal, who either wear the yellow or wear the fucking white pants. Do not wear the blue pants with the blue shirt. Again, that looks like straight fucking booty cheeks. Jaden Daniels looked pretty good running the ball there on that particular play. Pulls it down, gets it past the 50-yard line. Buccaneers take it out of the end zone, but that's going to kill the rest of the clock for the half. And there we go. We have reached halftime, ladies and gentlemen. In this particular game, the Buccaneers 13, the Seahawks 7. And Seattle, they get the kickoff in the second half. So they could take the lead if they're able to go down the field and get a touchdown on their opening drive of the second half, which is something the Giants could have done, except Jackson Dart decided to just fumble the ball away. And the Giants had 5 turnovers in their game today, so fuck that. ALS says the call stands and the Bengals retain possession as they have 2nd and 11 from their own 41-yard line. So they keep the ball. Still not great field position, but they keep the ball. As we fix the timeouts here, getting ready for the second half. There we go. And as we are at halftime, only 6 penalties. Oh, well, not 6, 6 flags thrown in that half. Jake Browning, 6 for 11, 28 yards, 1 pick. That's a stat line. That's a stat line there, ELS. And we have not expected too much more from Jake Browning this season. I gave him I was like, oh, he's come back. He's come in before for Joe Burrow, and he hasn't played terribly. So I was like, maybe the Bengals can just roll with him and be all right. They cannot. That is not the case. Crafty letting us know here, and again, it hasn't shown up here on the red zone yet, but I'm sure it will because again, these streams are a little bit behind. But apparently, old Bill Krosky Merritt is able to go ahead and get into the end zone on a touchdown run. Redskins are currently at the 15 of the Chargers, from what I can see here. So we're getting a little spoiled here. And it is indeed a handoff to Krosky Merritt. And boy, there's nobody fucking near him. What happened to the Chargers defense there? I have no idea. So now, Redskins on the board, 4:15 remaining in the second quarter, and they're only down 3 points as they've gotten the extra point as well. 10-7. The Chargers lead there in Inglewood at SoFi Stadium. Jaden Daniels leading the touchdown drive after the Chargers fumbled the ball away. Crafty was saying earlier that it didn't look like Jaden Daniels was able to move as well in the pocket, of course, with his injury. From the 1 or 2 plays that I did see him, it looked like he was moving okay, but again, I haven't been able to watch the whole game, so I will go with Crafty's assessment. But the Redskins now right back into that game. Let's see if the Chargers can answer. The Chargers fumbled the ball, and that's what gave the Redskins that particular drive there on the scoring drive. The Cardinals, again, they are just fucking laying into the Titans, 21-6 still in that game. Yeah, no, I mean, it's going to happen to everybody. It just happens to Daboll so often. Like you could say, oh, yeah, like you could say Harbaugh really Dabolled that up. Yeah, because it happens very few and far between. Daboll, he does that every fucking drive, every play, every game. Fucking Brian Daboll, that Ozempic sucking fuck. That felt good. That felt good to get that all out. Let's see. Trying to see if we can get up-to-date streams here. It doesn't appear that we can. Good to see Bill there score. They're showing the Bill highlight again. Bengals have to punt again. So even though they didn't fumble, they still have to give it the ball. And again, here's the question. All right. Poll question time. Poll question time. Let's get a poll question up in here. Can I not put a poll question in there? I should be able to put a poll question in there, even being. I thought I was given. Oh, okay, so I got to do it here. So I'm still going to put a poll question up here in the chat. So let me go ahead and pull that up here. La-da-dee, la-da-doo, la-da-da. Oh, I think I have to fix. I got to fix this too. Hold on. Because for some reason, it only says Buccaneer instead of Buccaneers. That's got to get fixed. Why can't I see this? Why can't I get in there? Hold on. Hold on. I'll get in there. I'll get in there. I got to get the poll up. I do have to get the poll up. Hamster in the chat wondering why the Lions and Bengals game was on in a 4:25 window, the 4 o'clock window. But he figured out that it was probably because they thought it was going to be Goff versus Burrow, probably. But they had a chance to maybe move some of the games, but I guess they didn't. They could have moved the game, but Oh, look at me. Hearing myself talk. I don't like that. That's bad. So there we go. New poll in the chat. If you want to check it out with us. By the way, I think we lost another subscriber. We're down to 255. We're at 256. Now we're at 255. That's great. That's good. Thank you to all three of you watching currently here at halftime. My name is King. This is Stay Tuned Sports. Oh, and the stream is lost its mind. Oh, he's got Demon Stream again. Cool. I love when all the technology I have works the way I want it to. Not a fucking chance. That's why I put the option there. That's why I said not a chance in hell, ELS, were they going to go ahead and be able to win or even score. We got a vote of the three viewers that we have in here. We had a vote for yes. Hamster, you think they're gonna score? You think that the Bengals can go ahead and score here? The Bengals defense is not good. They're better than what we thought they might have been, but they're still ass. I think that's more of a case. The Lions have to figure out something what's wrong with them because the Bengals defense is not great. Hamster in the chat says, my alternate account that I pay for Sunday Ticket on got the YouTube age restriction pop-up the other day. I ain't giving them my ID. I ain't giving Google my government identification. I never even used that account except for Sunday Ticket. I agree with you. Don't give the government any more information than you need to. Fuck the government. Have you seen what the CIA has done to people? Read up some of the CIA, and that's what they've disclosed to you, ladies and gentlemen. That's what they've told you. Imagine the other shit that they're hiding. Trust your government? Ha! Not in this lifetime. Which, if we keep on talking shit about the government, might be shorter than not. But Men in Black are going to come in and take me away. You'll never see my ass again because of my vast reach of 3 viewers, in which we've already lost another fucking subscriber. So we're supposed to be gaining subscribers. I'm asking people to please subscribe and help us out here. Instead, people are looking at this and saying, you know what? Actually, on second thought, unsubscribe. That makes me feel real great about how things are going here. And indeed, we did lose a subscriber. We're down to 255. We were at 257. Then, like a week, 2 weeks ago, we were down to 256, and now we've lost another one, down to 255. Let's see if we we're going to keep on going the other way. Thank you, YouTube, for all your help and helping us out here. All right, so we are at halftime, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, Hamster says if you sign up under a different email, you can get a discount like it's your first time buying it. I see what you're doing. I see what you did. I think they follow IP addresses, though, so you got to be careful. There is a safety. ELS saying there's a safety in the Lions game. The Bengals had the ball on the 11-yard line facing a 2nd and 10 after an incomplete pass. As we see Taylor kind of covering up the score there. I was waiting to see what was going on there. Taylor can hide for a second because we got to see what was going on here. Oh, they said the Lions got a penalty, so no safety. All right, well then, boo. That's not as exciting. Boo! I was hoping to see it. I like something weird. I like some weird shit happen. All right, let me go make my drink for the second half because Lord knows I'm going to need it. And we'll be back right here for the second half. Buccaneers and Seattle Seahawks. No safety, everyone. Lions got a penalty. No safety. Nothing to see here. Move along. Show's over. Okay, so we're back already with I spent too much time talking about everything else, so I missed the. Oh no, they're back. Okay, so I didn't miss anything. I thought I had missed. I heard them talking. I was like, oh, did I miss the fucking quarter already? Here we go. Starting the third quarter. I don't know. Again, I don't know what happened, and I guess Jimbo was maybe he was supposed to show up, maybe he was supposed to say something, but he's not here. I didn't get a message from him, so I don't know. So I don't know if he will be joining us eventually here today or not, but. There we go. Lost that for a second, but here we go. So here we go. 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line for the Seahawks. Barner makes a reception, tight end, and that's going to be good for 5 yards. Bengals threw another interception. Sam Darnold fakes the pitch, rolls out to his left, looks, throws. There's going to be a flag. They're going to say illegal contact there, probably. It's still a reception. Holy shit. I thought that was a turnover. what's going to be the call here. Derek or Dariki Young with the reception. Holding on the Buccaneers defense is what I thought it was going to end up being. But they're going to decline that penalty because what a catch. I don't know about that holding call. Good catch. I still don't know about the holding call, so still, bad call from the officials. Bad call. Hamster says, go Seahawks. Lions are going to have to punt even after they got the reception. The ELS, can the Bengals just bench Jake Browning at this stage? I don't. Who's their back? Who's the backup to the backup? I don't know who's Jake Browning's backup. I don't know. Walker, oh, he pulls it away. Down to the 10, down to the 5-yard line. First and goal, Seahawks. As they're looking to maybe get points already after the over. They're looking to take the lead. They got a touchdown on an extra point. They get the lead. Interesting developments in Seattle. Kenneth Walker shredding that Tampa Bay Bucco Bruce defense. So here we go. From the 5, Darnold. That's going to be a handoff to Charbonnet, and that's going to be a touchdown, Seahawks. And just like that, it is a tied football game, ladies and gentlemen. ELS giving us Jake Browning's first half stats here. 8 for 17, 31 yards and 2 picks. At some point, you got to think about maybe benching the motherfucker. Extra point upcoming. Snap, hold, kick is up. And it is good. And the Seahawks get a 1-point lead against the Buccaneers, scoring on their opening drive of the second half. Can the Buccaneers respawn? Hamster says, touchdown, Sea Chickens. Buck-buck! Buck-buck! Buck-buck-buck! Chargers returned a punt for a touchdown, but it got taken away because of a roughing the kicker penalty. Oh, no. ELS says, I got something that you should look up. Who is the Bengals' third? Yeah, who is the Bengals quarterback? I should look that up. That should be something I look up, shouldn't it? If I'm trying to be like a professional here. Let's take a look here. The current depth chart right now is Jake Browning, the starter, and Brett Rippon is currently the backup. They've also signed Mike White and Sean Clifford to the team. I don't think they're active today, though. Yeah, Brett Rippon, I think, is the only other act. So it's Jake Browning or Brett Rippon. That's who you're looking at. That's who the Bengals have. That's a bad call. I don't think that was roughing or running into the kicker, to tell you the truth. Maybe running into, but that should have only been 5 yards. And a big pass play there from Jaden Daniels as I'm looking at the red zone right now as they're recapping what happened. McCaffrey with the reception. Yes, there's so many McCaffreys in this league. They're like Hughes brothers in the NHL. I love that. We got Crafty keeping us abreast of what's happening in the Redskins and Chargers game. We've got ELS keeping us abreast of what's happening in the Lions and Bengals game. And we got Hamster just hanging out with us because we like Hamster. So Buccaneers get the kickoff to the 10, to the 15, to the 20. They get it to about the 22 or 23-yard line. And that is where the Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield will take over for their first drive of the second half, now trailing by 1 point to the Seahawks. Five seconds left in the half. Washington, the Redskins are down to the Chargers' 10-yard line, says Crafty. ELS says, I would rather watch two Russian ladies drink vodka. And so there are some very attractive Russian ladies out there, ELS, so that is not a bad option. I'm going to be honest with you. On 1st and 10, only about a yard gain for the Buccaneers, as now the Seattle Seahawks defense is feeling it. They are charged up. I was going to say, that doesn't sound like something bad, right, Hamster? Crafty says, so in other words, everybody is contributing something to the stream except for Hamster. No, Hamster, because you know what? Hamster provides great Vegas insights. He does great betting insights, and I like that. That's going to be a completion on 2nd down. Sterling Shepard, former New York Giant, gets the reception there for the Buccaneers as they are looking at a 3rd and looks to be about 3. 3rd and 4, actually. So 3rd and 4. Buccaneers are 3 for 6 on 3rd down conversions? Gotta like those conversions. Mayfield calling out different protections now. Play clock at 4. He does snap it. Mayfield throws. Caught! And down to the 40-yard line are the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Godwin gets the reception. And yeah, he was right. There was a great communication there between Mayfield and Rachaad White to make sure that the correct protection was made. And yeah, the Redskins tied the game at half against the Chargers, so that game now far from over. We thought it was a blowout. 1st and 10. That's going to be a reception there from Tez Johnson. 2nd and 2 upcoming here for the Buccaneers. Crafty saying that Jaden Daniels is barely 50% himself, but he still gutted his way to tie the game at the half. Yeah. Good players, gutty players. They play when you're not. I mean, it's the NFL. You're never going to be 100%. And if you wait for yourself to be 100%, you're never going to play. But Jaden Daniels gutting himself out there with the knee injury and willing the Redskins back to be tied at halftime is pretty. It's a pretty good format. Let's see what the Redskins can do after the second half. 1st down for the Buccaneers. Oh! Rachaad White gets absolutely lit up, but he did gain about 8-10 yards there on that carry, and it's a 1st down. Flag on the Seahawks. Encroachment lined up off sides, but it is going to be declined. But, of course, the flag was thrown, so it gets counted. You know how that happens here. So now 1st down and 10 for the Buccaneers. ELS saying that the Bengals are actually moving down the field in their game. I'm looking here. They're facing a 3rd down from what it appears to be currently. 1st and 10 from the 42 of the Seahawks. Baker under center. Takes the snap. Play action. Steps back. Looks. Throws. Caught! Tez Johnson again. And right now, the Buccaneers are looking like they are in the red zone. And indeed, they are. Down to the 15-yard line. Crafty says the game the King is narrating for us is literally the one game. There's no point. Why is there no point in watching this game? It's a beautiful looking game, and you got the Buccaneers and the Seahawks. Man, this is pretty good. This is big. This is a big matchup. Both teams are 3-1, looking good. Tucker, the fullback, he runs over to the right, gains a couple of yards there. Looks to gain about 3 yards. 2nd and 7 actually upcoming here for the Buccaneers. Why are we insulting the Buccaneers and the Seahawks here, Crafty? How dare you? How dare you? 14-13, 2 3-1 teams. It's a good game. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why is Crafty not? Why you got to shit on our game, Crafty? Why are you shitting on our game? How dare you? Crafty says, I mean, no need to watch it when you're already narrating it for us. Okay, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Okay. I will take that back then. I will take that back. I will remove my comments from the chat. Now that you have explained it correctly, I understand what you're saying. You're not shitting on the game. You're just saying that I'm telling you what's going on. Okay. I do like, that's fine. I like when you guys watch along too. I don't mind being the voice, the commentator, the narrator while you watch the game. I enjoy that too. Like that's part of the reason why I do it. That's why I also tell, like, I'll call out the time so you guys can sync if you're watching along with us. I like doing that, and I hope that is what happens. Hey, Cincinnati, they scored, but they only got a field goal. And again, that wasn't the question that we had. We had, will they score a touchdown? And that still remains no. So 14-3 going into halftime there between the Lions and the Bengals. As now those games, every game now is in halftime except for the one we're watching here, which is the Buccaneers and the Seahawks. Buccaneers are facing a 2nd and 7 from the Seahawks 12-yard line as they're still in commercial. They're taking their sweet-ass fucking time. So we're just sitting there waiting. We're just sitting there waiting for them to fucking stop the advertisements and get us back to the game, which it seems like they're here now. 2nd and 7, 8:43, 42, 41 remaining now for the Buccaneers. I'm surprised they went right back to a running clock. That's interesting. Mayfield, he dumps that off to White, but it looks like that's going to be a massive loss, and indeed it is, and that's now 3rd and 15. They went from the 12 back to the 20-yard line. So 3rd and a long way coming up here for the Buccaneers. Mayfield in shotgun. Trips to his right. Takes the snap. Looks, throws, caught! Touchdown! Buccaneers! Emeka Egbuka with the reception. There you go, EOS. Your boy got at least one of the touchdowns that you needed. And it looks like the Buccaneers are going to go for 2. Eli says, let go of Buka. Touchdown Bucks. Hey, 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 we're the Buccaneers. Hey, hey, Tampa Bay. Who's going to win that game today? Or something like that. Wasn't that the chant back in the day? And they ended up going winless that season. Baker back, looks, throws, caught! And they get the 2-point conversion. That was Ibuka with the 2-point conversion. And so the Buccaneers now up a full 21-14 over the Seahawks. It's a full touchdown lead for the Bucco Bruce wearing, creamsicle looking Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Go Buccaneers, as Pecan would often say. We got a fun game here up in the Pacific Northwest, ladies and gentlemen. Fun game. And now this game obviously is in a commercial, and all the other games are in halftime. So we're just going to sit here and just talk a little bit. Hey, everybody, how you doing out there? My name is King. This is Stay Tuned Sports. I know not many people are watching this, and people come across it maybe. I have no idea what YouTube is even doing with this channel. YouTube kind of sucks right now. YouTube is not a fun place to be. We don't have a lot of traffic. We don't have a lot of people coming in here. So I put a lot of effort in doing things into this, but it never seems to work. But that's okay. You know why? Because we've got you guys here, and we love every single one of you, especially Pecan. Pecan is one of our listeners. He's been listening and watching us here for so long. And he's actually donated over $110 now to the cause here, to the channel, to help support us, not only with his likes and obviously his subscription and his shares. He's also put his money where his mouth is, as it were, and supported the channel. If you want to do the same thing, if you want to go ahead and support us financially, which you can do right now, you can go ahead and put the link up in the top of the channel. And in the description below, we have a link for our donation station. Also, our merch store. If you wanted to go ahead and buy products, again, that's like donating, except you get stuff for it. T-shirts, hoodies, coffee mugs, banners. We've got a bunch of stuff there. You can go get all of that there as well. So thank you guys so much for all your support that you do. And, of course, as always, just to help us out for free, you hit that like button, you hit the share button, and, of course, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. It seems like some people have hit the unsubscribe button. Which is very disheartening, and I'm very, very, very sad. I don't know why they would do that. Why would you do that? Why would you want to hurt me so bad? Why would you want to go ahead and hurt your boy King so badly that you would go ahead and unsubscribe? I don't know. But here we are. I still don't have any messages from Jim. Did he give me one and I don't know? I don't see it. Again, I know he's going through some stuff. Because his mother's dog just passed away, so I have no idea if that's a reason why he didn't jump in or something. Like Hamster was saying that he was going to jump in and make an announcement, but I haven't seen that yet, and I haven't seen him yet, so I don't know, and I haven't heard. I don't have a text message from him. I don't have anything, so I'm not sure. I don't know if Jimbo's going to be joining us. Yeah, I don't know. But that's where we are. So Seahawks getting ready to get the kickoff here. I definitely need to drink more watching the Giants, I'll tell you that. Oh, Seattle's there. Oh, boy, they got the kickoff all the way down to the 47-yard line. But there is a flag. Of course, whenever there's a fun, exciting play in the NFL, of course, there's going to be a flag. And we are at 9. I wonder, here's the thing I got to ask. Any game that we cover, is there going to be a game that we cover this year that doesn't have over 10 flags, that doesn't have double-digit flags? I don't know. I don't know if that's going to happen. So Jake Bobo gets called for holding on the kickoff, so that's going to negate the good return there for the Seahawks, as they're going to have a 1st and 10 from their own 31 instead of their own 47. Crafty says King put the jinx on. How did I put the jinx on Tampa Bay? What did I say about Tampa Bay that gave him a jinx? I just said they scored a touchdown. What was my jinx? What did I do? What did I, Crafty, explain? What did I do to the Bucs to make that? I don't know. JSN, he gets the first down pass, good for 11 yards, and that's another first down right there. Hamster says, nope, it's no fun league. Can't have a big play without a flag. I know, absolutely. That's what we're looking at here. So here we go now from the 31-yard line. Sam Darnold back, looks, throws. That's going to be caught by their tight end, and that's going to be good for about 7 yards. A.J. Barner with the reception. You sing a jingle? No. That was I wasn't singing a jingle. That was like their fucking. That was like their chant back in the day. They were like, hey, Tampa Bay, who's going to win today? Some shit like that. Like back in the 70s. And then they ended up not winning a game. They went 0-14, 0-16. Big pass here from Darnold. And JSN caught it. Holy shit. What a fucking throw and catch by Smith and Jigba. And the Seahawks have first and goal just like that. Hamster says, sorry, I'm ahead. That's okay. Hey, listen, man. You can sync to the stream if you want to. I got to see what the fucking clock says here. You can sync to the stream if you feel like it, if you want to. If not, you can stay ahead. I don't care. It's fine. Especially if it's you can't sync when it's broadcast. So 5:43, 42, 41 remaining. The Seahawks just get it off before the play clock expires. It's going to be Walker to the outside, gets a gain of about a yard. Yeah, it is Walker. Second and goal upcoming here. 5:27, 26, 25, and running here in Seattle. If you're syncing along with us, and if you are, thank you so very much for doing so. Second half has started in Arizona. Second and goal from the 5. That's going to be a handoff to Kenneth Walker. Again, he's going to get it down to the 2-yard line is where it's being marked off. Third and goal for the Seahawks. Number 78 has reported as eligible. Seahawks rush to the line. Darnold gets under center. Man in motion to the left. Darnold takes the snap. Rolls to his right. In the shadows, looks, throws to the back of the end zone. Wide open. Barner was wide. Nobody covered. The tight end, there's a flag down. And it's going to be on Tampa Bay. So the touchdown will stand. They're going to say lined up off sides, but it doesn't matter. Penalties declined. Flag remains. That's why we have 10 flags now. But the Seahawks score the touchdown, and they are an extra point away from tying the game. Hamster says, how about them sea chickens? Every time you say sea chickens, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get the bagak. Mr. Bagak. So here we go. Extra point. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is good. And we have ourselves a tie game, ladies and gentlemen. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers 21. The Seattle Seahawks 21. Woo! Pecan said, see, I told you should have put Russell Wilson in the second half for the Giants, but nobody listened to me. Honestly, looking at how Jackson Dart turned the ball over every fucking time he touched it in the second half, maybe you're not wrong. Maybe you're not wrong, Pecan. Second halves are starting to get going in some of these other games here. Washington, the Redskins, they have the ball coming out of the second half. They're facing a 1st and 10 now, a 1st and 10 from the Chargers 27. Washington driving the ball down the field. The Cardinals, they have the ball. Titans got the ball first in the second half, did nothing with it. Now the Cardinals do have it. 21-6 in that game. And the Lions and Bengals are still in halftime, but I think that game is pretty much over as it stands. But see, here's the thing. I kind of knew the Saints was going to be, because the Saints have played tough in every game other than the Seattle game. The Saints have been a fucking grindy, fucking tough team, like a real nasty team. You know what I mean? To really kind of deal with, especially like you saw the Buffalo game last week. So I was like, listen, like I begrudgingly picked the Giants. I was like, I'll go with the Giants, but boy, I didn't feel like I was like, we're playing in the dome. It's always tough to play in a dome. I don't feel really great about it. Like if Jackson Dart can play better than he did against the Chargers, maybe we got a shot. And not only did he didn't play better than he did against the Chargers. He didn't play as well as he did against the Chargers. He played severely worse than he did against the Chargers. And then everything else in consideration, the Giants defense being ass, the Giants coaching staff being ass. Yeah, that's where we are. So, and again, the turnovers, the unpreparedness, the defense being bad, and the bad play calling, that all goes back to the coaching staff. But the Giants will never realize that. Crafty saying that Darnold and Baker really lighting it up in this game so far. Can you imagine if the Jets and Browns had QBs like that? I know. Can you imagine? How amazing would that be? But again, it's just like, again, as you've seen with all the Giants players that have left them, sometimes you have to get out of that initial situation and the toxic clubs and the toxic organizations and just, do it yourself. And I think Baker might have been able. Oh, wow. My man got blown up on the kickoff return at the 25, it looked like. Jesus Christ. My God. Yeah, no, when I think about that, and that's the bad thing. When you fucking throw, you had this guy, he got you your first playoff win. It's not like they were bad. They were above 500, and you ditch him for fucking Deshaun Watson. Throw, caught, first down. And Jigba. And not Njigba, sorry, Mbuka. I'm sorry, there's so many Njigbas and Mbukas and all the Bukas. But Ibuka with the reception. Redskins are down to the Chargers' 5-yard line, and the Bengals have thrown their third interception of the game. That seems fun. Baker pitches it to the fullback, 44, Tucker, and that's going to get back just to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10 upcoming. .306 remaining in the third quarter. Baker, he's got trips to his right. Gets Tucker, the fullback, out of the backfield again. That's going to be good for about a 4-yard gain on 2nd and 10, 3rd and 6 upcoming for the Buccaneers. I'm going to say 3rd and 7, actually. Seattle fans getting loud on the 3rd and 7, trying to will their defense to a stop. Mayfield back, looks, throws. It's going to be caught for a first down. Godwin gets the first down, moving the chains. 1st and 10 for the Buccaneers. We have a flag down, though. I'm going to say illegal formation on the Buccaneers. Here's the thing. If it's illegal formation, when they snap, just end the play. Why run the play, risk people getting hurt, and then say, well, the play never counted because there was illegal formation? That's a bad call, too. They tried to say he was covering up the that's a bad call. Wow, is that a bad call? So 3rd and 13 now for Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers. Throws it deep down the field. Wide open. Caught. Down to the 2-yard line. Izigbuka. And it's 1st and goal. Buccaneers. Holy shit. And the Redskins have scored a touchdown against the Chargers as they take a lead, looking to take a full touchdown lead there. And they do, 17-10, Redskins over the Chargers. So 1st and goal from the 2, handoff here. White is going to get down to the 1 as he got fucking stood up. And now we've got flags down after the play. What is this going to be? We have another official conference. Personal foul on the Seahawks. Leonard Williams, former New York Giant, who's played very well for Seattle. That's not a surprise. But that's going to be half the distance to the goal. Oh, he gave him a headbutt. That's why. You hit somebody with your helmet. That's going to cost you. So now 1st and goal from the half-yard line. Baker pitches it out here, and that's going to be the easiest walk-in touchdown you ever did see for Rachaad White. And we're just going to go back and forth here. Back and forth. Back and forth. As the Buccaneers are now up 27-21, pending the extra point, which are no givens anymore here in the NFL. Lions get a touchdown. They are now up 21-3 over the hapless Cincinnati Bengals. The Bungles have returned without Joe Burrow. Extra point attempt. Snap. Hold. That kick is up, and that splits the uprights. And we are back to a Buccaneers 7-point lead over the Seattle Seahawks with 19 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Here at Lumen Field in the beautiful Pacific Northwest. Outside of all the hobo shit, clearly, in Seattle. And, you got to deal with all the fire and Molotov cocktails and the fucking Antifa protesters and shit. But outside of that, the beautiful Pacific Northwest. So there's where we stand. Cardinals, again, 21-6 lead over the Titans. They're facing a 3rd and 12 from the 20-yard line. This game, obviously, 28-21. As you can see, the Lions just went up 21-3 over the Bengals. And the Chargers currently have the ball, but they are trailing the Redskins 17-10 after having a 10-0 lead early on in this game. The Redskins have come back and stormed back into the lead. The Chargers are indeed charging. More commercials. Ugh, God, gross. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is King. It's great to be here with you. Probably going to lose more subscribers because people just keep on unsubscribing to the channel, and also people don't even watch the channel, so it doesn't matter. But if you are one of the few that are watching, thank you so very much for doing so. If you'd like to help out, you can do so for free. And there's 3 very easy ways you can do that. You can go hit that like button, hit that share button, and of course, if you haven't already, even though people are unsubscribing, you can reverse that trend. You can make the trend go from going down to going up by hitting that subscribe button, hitting that notification bell. Helps us out tremendously. That would be great, and I would certainly appreciate that. Thank you so very much. If you would also like to help us out in a more direct fashion, I guess you could say, direct funding situation, you could say. We also have a donation station and our merch store. 2 ways that you can go ahead and help support the channel so we can get, again, better equipment. I can get maybe a better fucking office situation as I'm doing this live from my kitchen right now. You can help us out in any more ways you can do that. Donation station link, and I said the merch store link, top of the chat, in the description below. Certainly helps us out. Thank you so very much. So getting ready for the kickoff here, where the Seahawks will now try to go ahead and tie the game once again. This has kind of been a back-and-forth situation since the end of the first half. And this kick is taken at the goal line to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, to the 35, to the 40, down to the 45, down to the 50-yard line. And the Seahawks will start at midfield. This Tampa Bay Buccaneers kick coverage team is getting carved up, and there's no flag to save them this time. 1st and 10 from the 50. They actually mark him at the 49. So at the 49 in Seattle's own territory. Darnold under center. He's going to take the snap. He pitches it back. Charbonnet, and he's going to get 8 yards on the play. 2nd and 2 will be upcoming when we hit the 4th quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports. My name is King, and as we do for every game, even that piece of shit game that was the New York Giants and the New Orleans Saints, where the Saints beat the Giants because the Giants are fucking terrible, doesn't matter, because we stick with you all 4 quarters. 1, 2, 3, 4. It is the 4th quarter. Get the 4s up. If you're at home, if you're in the chat, if you're on our Discord, you want to put a picture of you, throw it up 4s. Roman numerals, emojis, big, small 4, it doesn't matter. Get the 4s up as we are here. Hamster letting us know that the Yankees are losing 13-2 currently to the Blue Jays. And we lost game 1, 10-1, I think it was. So that's great to see the Yankees doing so well. But at least we beat Boston. So I'll take that. We beat Boston. Fuck Canada in general, but at least we beat Boston. And I'll take that. Hamster says the New York sports radio should be interesting tomorrow morning. You better fucking believe it, my brother. That's gonna be an interesting listen. I might have to wake up early. I might have to wake up at 6 a.m. just to listen to WFAN. Because you had the Giants, what they did. Boy, you had the Jets. And then if the Yankees continue on this way, plus I think there's Met fans are still pissed about how the Mets blew their fucking season. Shit, the fucking New York Liberty fucking sucked. There's not a lot of great things happening right now in the New York sports market. But the Devils start this week, baby. NHL hockey. Woo! Catch the excitement. Maybe I'll start covering some Devil games on here as well. I got nothing better to do. Got nowhere better to be. I got nothing better to do. And honestly, I think, Pepper Jack doesn't want to spend too much time near me anyway. So the more time I spend away from her, the happier she'll be. So, all in all, it's probably great if I go ahead and start covering Devils games too. Maybe I can be happy. Although maybe me covering Devils games means that the Devils will fucking suck, and so maybe I won't do that. We'll see. Maybe I'm just a terrible, terrible jinx. I have no idea. But this is where we are, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is King. This is Stay Tuned Sports. Kyler Murray seems to be getting walked to the locker room in the Arizona game. Interesting. He got hit in the face with the fucking football. Like, was he just not with it? Was he having a concussion issue or something? And just that's interesting. So here we go. 2nd and 2 for Seattle. Darnold, play action, rolls to his right. He's going to pull it down and run it himself. He gets the first down and goes out of bounds at about the 38-yard line. But we have flags down. This looks like it's going to be against the Hawks. Bobo gets called for the holding again. He just can't stop holding. Did it on the kickoff. Now he does it here. Keep your hands to yourself, young man. Keep your hands to yourself. Glad to see the fours in the chat. Pecan, Hamster, ELS, thank you so very much for your participating in the community. Love you guys. Thank you so very much. Oh, no, we needed Taylor because she helps cover up the aheadness of the score there. Get the flag down. That's what we need. Bill Krosky Merritt apparently running the ball really well there in Los Angeles as the Redskins are now inside the Chargers' 30-yard line. Darnold on 2nd and 12. Tipped. Intercepted by the Bucs. And they are up to the Seattle 34-yard line. Oh, no, that ball was tipped. Darnold threw the ball. It was tipped up and intercepted. And we've got a flag down. Hold on. They're going to say illegal contact. And it's an automatic first down for the fucking... So take it all back. Take the fun and excitement. You're not allowed to have it. Not in this fucking league. That's a bad call. Had nothing to do with it. That's bad. That's a bad call. So the Seahawks get saved. They have a 1st and 10. Charbonnet gets a run in there. 2nd and 6 now from the Tampa Bay 44-yard line. Unbelievable. So here we go. 2nd and 6 for the Seahawks. Darnold in shotgun. And Jigba in motion. Hand off to Charbonnet again. And that's going to be good enough for a first down to the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 Seattle. 13, 36, 35, 34 and counting. If you're syncing along with us as you're watching, and if you are, we certainly do appreciate you doing so. What was that? Too many men. Oh, they had too many men in the huddle. Too many men on the field there for the Seahawks. 5-yard penalty, so it's going to be 1st and 15. So 1st and 15 now from the 42-yard line. Darnold steps back, looks. Throws, that's going to be caught by Walker. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage about no farther. 2nd and 15 upcoming. Lions get another touchdown. Jesus Christ. Sam Darnold. He's going to hold here on second 15. Throws. It's going to be caught by Barner again. It's going to be third and about, I want to say, 6. And it is 3rd and 6. Look at me knowing what I'm talking about. That's a rarity. That's a rarity. Lions up 28-3. I did see that ELS. It's a shame that that's the only game you could watch. I apologize for that. ELS, you got to start looking into maybe some of the illegal. I mean, not illegal. Maybe they're good streams. I don't know. By the way, I don't know why that. Oh boy, JSN, he gets a big catch down to the 21-yard line, and that's going to be another first down for the Seahawks as they are looking to get down the field and tie this game up yet again. Horton gets the catch there, number 15. That's going to be good for about 8 yards. 2nd and 2 upcoming here for the Seahawks. Boy, he's doing a little bobble there, did JSN on that first down catch. They might have wanted to take a look or review that. Actually, it was 2nd and 3, not 2nd and 2. And Charbonnet is going to get back to the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be about 3rd and 3. Nope, they're going to say 3rd and 2 now. So I got it backwards. It happens. ELS, how good is your ad blocker? I might be able to help you out, but you have to have an ad blocker. I'm not gonna send you something that's going to infect your fucking computer. Third and 2. Darnold hands it off to Charbonnet. He runs it right up the middle. He gets it down to the 6. That's going to be 1st and goal for the Seahawks. Washington, they get a field goal in their game. They now have a 10-point lead over the Chargers. ELS is begging for his own sanity in watching the game. Please bench Browning. It's getting bad. He can't take it anymore. He's tired of watching it. Ow. I had to crack my neck, sorry. Touchdown, Bennett. Is that Barner? I almost said Bennett. It's Barner. That's his 2nd of the game for the Seahawks as we continue to go back and forth and back and forth. This game has turned into quite the shootout here. Now, not only does this game look good, now it also feels good to watch. Crafty says, what a shootout. Indeed, he do. Here in this game. Glad we have it. The graphics look great. The uniforms look great. And this game is entertaining as whoop. Snap, hold, kick is up. And that's going to be a good extra point. And ladies and gentlemen, once again, we are tied 28-28. Tampa Bay and Seattle. Will Baker be able to answer? As they're looking to take the lead again. Checking on some of these other games here. We got the Cardinals still up 21-6. On the Titans, the Bengals are fucking just the Bengals. There's nothing else to say that, and it seems like they are just unwilling to put Rippon in the game. But Jake Browning looks so fucking bad, and he's looked bad for 4 weeks now, 3-4 weeks now. So, ELS has stopped even putting the asterisk. ELS doesn't try to curse on here. He puts the asterisks instead of cursing, and I usually just replace the curse for him anyway. But here, he didn't even put the asterisk. He just said, and the Bengals still keep Browning in the fucking game. Yeah, man. I feel bad for you. I feel bad that's what you're stuck with as we look at Browning. Maybe his girls, given encouraging the coaching staff to keep him in the game. I don't know. Although I think for her, for her sake, like, man, do you want your man out there looking as bad as he does? I don't know. But, I mean, you look at some of these Chargers, again, losing to the Commanders. Man, if the Chargers drop back-to-back games to the NFC East, Browning, he's going to pull it down and run. He gets a first down. So there's a positive play from Jake Browning. I'm not sure we've seen that. Boy, I really am going to be a drunk degenerate by the time the fucking NBC game comes on. I'll tell you that. So here we go, 28-28. Seahawks kick the ball off. Buccaneers get it about the 7, running to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, down to the 35-yard line, and that is where they will start this drive. $9:41 remaining in the game. Buccaneers 28, Seahawks 28. First and 10 from the 35. We're waiting for Melanie Collins to shut up about whatever the fuck is going on here. I know it's something about somebody's dad going through some shit. We're watching football here. I don't want to be sad. I watch the Giants. I'm sad fucking enough. Stop trying to make me sad. Baker, play action, steps up in the pocket, throws, caught. Tez Johnson gets it, and they are down to the 44-yard line. Nope, 48-yard line. And it looks like we have some injured Seahawks. They collided into each other trying to tackle Tez. And, they cracked skulls. Both of them cracked both their helmets pretty badly. That could be a double concussion there. And now he's going to have concussion protocol too, yeah. Pritchett was the injured Seahawk. He was replacing Warren, who was out with concussion protocol. That guy's going to be in concussion protocol, man. He rocked his dome a little bit. He rocked his dome a little bit on that one. The best thing that can happen for the Chargers if they lose in the double blue uniform, the monochrome blue, so they never wear it again. That would be great. Mayfield on first and 10 gets it to White out of the backfield. White's going to go for 5. Case stays on his feet and gets to the 35, it seems to be. First down, Buccaneers. Down to the 34, they say. They say. Stiff arms. Keeps his hand, keeps his balance, and is able to go ahead and gain 12 more yards. So here we go. From the 34, Mayfield under center. Man in motion. Handoff to White. He gets about 1.5 yards. Herbert's been sacked 4 times today, Crafty letting us know there as he's watching the Redskins and Chargers game. So the Washington defense really putting in work against this Chargers offense. Again, missing Joe Alt. Another injured Seahawk on the field. So 8:18 remaining, 2nd and 8. They're going to take a timeout here, of course, to show more ads. While your gentleman is requiring injured assistance on the field. Looking at the Chargers game, they're facing a 3rd and, what is that, 14? Herbert looks, throws. It's going to be completed, but it's not going to be close enough for the first down. It's going to be about a yard short. 2 yards short, 4th and 2. They are going to go for it. I think you have to if you're the Chargers. Now, it looks like the Chargers don't know what they want to do. Well, play clock's running down. They're at 10 seconds. They gotta hurry up. 4th and 2. Herbert looks, throws, and that's gonna fall incomplete. So turnover on downs. The Redskins get the ball near midfield, and Mio Mayo. The Chargers are charged right through the hands of the. You got to catch that. You got to catch that, brother. I don't know what you're doing there. Hey, the Bengals still have the ball. Look at that. They're down to the Detroit 39-yard line, facing a 3rd and 8. Although the red zone is still on a 2nd and 12, so. They fumbled the ball? They recovered it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So still nothing going on with that Cardinals game. That's still 21-6. Cardinals are facing 3rd and 3. They haven't done none of these teams, neither the Cardinals or Titans, have done a fucking thing in the second half. So here we go, 2nd and 8 for the Buccaneers, and Mayfield is going to get sacked back at the 42-yard line. You're going to say the 41, actually. 3rd and 17. Big, it's a 9-yard fucking sack for Mayfield. Crowd comes alive, trips to his left. Mayfield takes the snap, throws deep down the field, incomplete. He had a man. Sterling Shepard was open, but could not get him the ball. 4th and 17. And the Buccaneers are going to have to punt, or are they going to kick a field goal here? Nope, they're going to punt. So 4th and 17. Buccaneers getting ready to punt. Kick is away. Seahawks let it bounce. And it bounces right at the 1-yard line. And that's where it is downed by the Buccaneers. And the Seahawks, if they want to take the lead, they're going to have to go 99 yards against the Buccaneers. Wow. ELS letting us know the Buccaneers, they have a 1st and 10 at the Detroit 15-yard line at the end of the 3rd quarter in Cincinnati. The Bengals are in the red zone? May they score? May the poll be wrong? We'll see. We will see. Can the Buccaneers score a touchdown? That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. They're not going to win the game, but boy, if they score a touchdown, boy, Jake Browning might earn himself another 4 or 5 weeks with a touchdown. So 1st and 10. Ooh, that's going to be close to a no gain. They're going to give maybe a yard for Charbonnet. It'll be 2nd and 9. I think that's a generous 9, too. That's 2nd and 9 3/4, really. Oh, ELS, they changed your game over. God, I'm glad when you get those kind of games. Seattle throws to Cooper Kupp out of the backfield, and he's going to get it for a 1st down. That's a gain of 10 yards on 2nd and 9. It was tipped in the air at the line. I had missed it. I was looking at what ELS was saying. Darnold had thrown it, was tipped at the line by the Buccaneers, almost, but that would have been picked up for a touchdown. Instead, Cooper Kupp catches it and gets a 1st down. 1st and 10 for the Seahawks now at the 12-yard line. Hands off to Kenneth Walker, and he's going to run, and he got the 1st down and more to the 25, to the 30, out at the 34-yard line. And just like that, Seattle was starting at their 1. They're now, boy, they're moving. They got more than some room. They got a drive moving here. Darnold, play action. Has time, throws over the middle, caught! JSN, and he down to the, down as I can't speak. They are down to the Buccaneers' 45-yard line. There's a flag down, however. They're going to say roughing the passer on Tampa Bay. So that's an extra 15 yards. That's going to put it down at what, the 30? Oh, Tampa Bay, what a meltdown. And now Seattle, well within field goal range, and they're looking to maybe take a lead with a touchdown here. So now from the 29-yard line, hand off to Ken Walker, and he's getting pushed. He's getting pushed. Boy, he stopped for like a 2-yard gain, but the offensive line and him pushed himself for an 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Wow, boy. Hampson in the chat says, come on, Seattle. Pecan in the chat says, F Seattle. We've got our back and forth in the chat. We've got our back and forth in the game. We're having fun here on Stay Tuned Sports. I certainly hope you are at home as well. 2nd and 2. Darnold. That's going to be a handoff to Walker, but Walker's going to get stopped right at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 2. We're at under 4 minutes in this game. So 3rd and 2 now. Darnold looks, throws, incomplete. On 3rd and 2, 4th and 2 upcoming here for Seattle. They're going to stay out there. They're not going to go for the field goal in the lead. They're going to try to convert a 4th down play here. 4th and 2 upcoming. Boy, there's a big play with 3:25 remaining in the game. Darnold looks like, and they are going to snap it. Darnold steps back, and they had pressure, couldn't get it to him, but he gets it off. Touchdown, Seattle. That should have been a sack, and instead it's a touchdown. Unbelievable play from Darnold and the Seahawks. Torrey Holton with the reception, and the Seahawks have a 34-28 lead with 3:18 remaining. Wow. The Buccaneers should have sacked them twice, and they missed. Should have got sacked there, should have got sacked there, could have had the ball knocked down there. Instead, he's able to dump it off to Horton, and a touchdown for the Seahawks. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is good, and it is 35-28 Seahawks. Wow. Wow. Hamster says, "See chickens." Peacock. I did the noise for you, Hamster. I did the Oh, wow. Did the Bengals score a touchdown? No shit. No way. Pecan said, "Oh, yeah, let's go Seattle," remembering that the Buccaneers are in their division. Oh, Titans, they got 1st and goal from the Arizona 1. They're looking to score in their game. The Bengals, they got a touchdown. Look at that, 28-10. They still don't got a fucking chance to win that game, but hey, good for you guys. Wow, what a play from Seattle. But there's still time on the clock, and that is still Baker Mayfield on the other side of the field. Buccaneers have all 3 timeouts. Kick is taken at the 5-yard line for the Buccaneers, to the 20, to the 25. Tripped up and flies into the 30-yard line. Does Williams. And that's where the Buccaneers will take over. 1st and 10 from the 30. Pecan says the Saints have the Patriots and the Bears next. 2 more wins under the belt. Hey, Pecan, listen, you guys got 2 more wins. All of a sudden, people talking about the Saints in that NFC South. Maybe it's not season over yet for the Saints. Mayfield, deep throw, caught! And Buka down to the 45-yard line of Seattle. 1 play down to the 45, 1st and 10 for the Buccaneers. And hey, the Titans did score a touchdown. Good for the Titans. Good for them. Mayfield back. Looking to throw. Chucks it up. And to that kind of cute photographer lady. That's about it. 2nd and 10 upcoming for the Buccaneers. Titty tittens. Titty tittens. Titty bank. The Titans did get a touchdown in the game against the Cardinals. That is now 21-12. Any Rush fans out there, you're welcome. 2:44 remaining in this game. Mayfield trips to his right. Empty backfield. In the shotgun. Takes the snap. Pocket collapses. He's going to pull it down. He runs, throws. He completes it. Wide open. Cade, cocksock, Naughton. 25-yard gain to the tight end, Otten. Nobody covered. Cock knotting. Down to the 20-yard line. 1st and 10. And it looks like the Buccaneers are going to wait to the 2-minute warning to run another play. So we are at 2 minutes in Seattle. At the 20-yard line are the Buccaneers. Seattle 35. The Buccaneers 28. How is this one going to end? What a fucking barn burner we have here. Thank God we're watching good football here for once on Stay Tuned Sports. Chargers, they have 1st and goal against the Redskins currently. I have to wait for the red zone to catch up here. Because, boy, that thing's fucking a few plays behind. What are we doing here, boys? What are we doing? Why are we so far behind, boys? Let's all take a breath here. At this 2-minute warning. That's why they have the 2-minute warning. They don't catch a breath. Everybody's like, let's relax. Thank you so much for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports. My name is King. You are watching along here with the Buccaneers and Seahawks. Seahawks with a 7-point lead. Buccaneers at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10. We're at the 2-minute warning. Other games we're covering here or just watching along here with Cardinals 21-12 over the Titans. Bengals losing to the Lions 28-10, but they do have the ball with 11:52 remaining in the fourth quarter. Can the Bengals come back from 18 points down? No, they can't. But it's still, it's still a score and it's still happening. And of course, the Commanders with a 10-point lead on the Redskins with a 10-point lead on the Chargers. Hampshire says, hopefully tonight is a good game. I certainly hope so as well. I like the Patriots. I like what the Patriots are doing. We'll see if this will be a good game for them as well. The Bills have had to really dig deep in the last couple games. They were in it with the Dolphins. They were in it with the Saints, who we saw with the Saints today. They are a tough out, and in fact can't even get them out because they will beat the Giants because the Giants decided to turn the ball over 5 times. Jackson Dart just handing the ball to the, nobody even hit him. Nobody knocked it out. He was just like, here, guys, you want this? This is a good ball for you. So here we go. 1st and 10, Mayfield throws. It's going to be caught. Ngbuka almost kind of lost his balance there. He was still able to get 8 yards. 2nd and 2. 2nd and 1, they say. 9-yard gain there for Ngbuka. So 2nd and 2. $1:30 and counting remaining in the fourth quarter. 30. I don't know why I did a Daffy Duck there. But here we are. Down to 1:22, 21, 1:20 remaining in the fourth quarter. Mayfield in a shotgun position. Takes the snap on 2nd and 1. Has protection. Can't find anybody open. Throws. Open. Caught. Touchdown. Buccaneers. Sterling Shepard, the former New York Giant. And just like that, we are an extra point away from another tie game. Both teams still have all 3 timeouts. Extra point on the way. Snap. Hold. Kick is up, and it is good. And ladies and gentlemen, just like that, Dude, Baker wanted to go for 2. Of course he did. Baker, look at Baker. Baker was going for 2. Baker's like, we're going for 2. We're going for 2. And the coaching staff is like, the fuck you are? The fuck are you talking about? Oh, no. ELS letting them know that Hebert has thrown an interception. The Chargers, what? They were like, they had a first and goal from the 1. And the Bengals with a touchdown. Jamar Chase. Oh, no. The Bengals got another touchdown. Oh, no. Could the Lions blow a game against the Bengals? What a collapse that would be. So 108 remaining now in this game. 35-35. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. The Chargers are in full charging mode. The Bengals, they are now only 11 points down. And Seattle, they're only going to get up to about the 23, 24-yard line. Let's see what happens here. Holy shit nuggets, man. First and 10 from the 23-yard line. Darnold looks, throws. Cooper Kupp on the sideline. That's going to be good for 8 yards, they're going to say. 2nd and 2 upcoming. 58 seconds, and the clock stops with the out of bounds. All Seattle has to do is get in field goal range. Second and 2. Darnold back. Gets rushed. Throws. It's intercepted! It's intercepted by the Buccaneers! Oh, no! Disaster for Seattle! Oh, no! If you're a Seattle fan, unbelievable! What a time for the first interception for Darnold in this game. Levante David with the pick. It bounced off a Buccaneers helmet on the line and then picked off. Oh, no! Oh, no! And just like that, it's 1st and 10 in Seattle territory for the Buccaneers, and all of a sudden it became Seattle. All Seattle has to do with getting field goal territory. The Buccaneers are at the 35-yard line. They're in field goal territory already. If I'm the Buccaneers, I'm just handing it off. Yes, Seattle has all 3 timeouts. They can use them. They're going to use one here. Oh, no. What an absolute disaster for Seattle. Whoo. I think all you're going to see from Tampa Bay is running here. I mean, clearly. 2nd and 7, it's going to be another handoff. And this gets back to the line of scrimmage no further. It's going to be 3rd and 7 upcoming. ELS in the chat says Seahawks. Whoop, whoop. Oh, man. So 45 seconds left. Seattle. Oh, by the way, yes, Seattle did take their second timeout, clearly. Let me go ahead and get that off there, as I'm sure Tampa Bay is going to also run on this play. They could. I mean, that is Baker Mayfield's thing. They could be aggressive. It could be a play action. Nope, they do hand it off. And that's going to be a first down and more, as White then just goes down at the 20-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10. Seattle takes their last timeout. Smart play. He could have run into the end zone there. He could have run into the end zone, but that would have given Seattle time. And, they would have had a timeout left still. Smart play from Rachaad White, as he just goes right down at the 20. So 1st and 10 for the Buccaneers, and they can just run this clock as much as they want. Tennessee gets a touchdown in Arizona as they're trying to make that a game late. So now, Buccaneers are just going to take a knee and milk that clock all the way down and then bring out their field goal kicker. Oh man, what an absolute disaster class for Seattle. They had a chance to win the game going down the field. All they had to do was get in field goal range. Instead, a pick by Darnold. And with 3 seconds left, the Buccaneers take a timeout. And here we go. "39-yard field goal for the game. McLaughlin. Snap. Hold. That kick is up. It is good, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, wearing the creamsicles, have won the game in Seattle. One of the more beautifully looking games you're ever going to see, clearly between the two uniforms. And, of course, one of the more fun and exciting games that we've covered here on Stay Tuned Sports. I can tell you that for a fact. And with that, the Buccaneers late. Wow, I can't believe it. Sam Darnold with that late pick. Unbelievable. The Buccaneers again with a last-minute win, snatching victory from the jaws of defeat, or at least overtime, whatever the case would have been. And the Buccaneers leave Seattle with against their expansion buddy team there. These two teams came into the league at the same time 50 years ago. But the Buccaneers with the win, 38-35. What a game. What an absolute barn burner. I love every part of that. Whoo! Hamster says one of the craziest plays you'll ever see. You'll see it on replay. I wonder what that could be. So we'll see. I guess I'll see that particular play on Red Zone when it pops up here. Lions, they get a touchdown, and that's going to salt that game away. Bengals try to come back from a little something, down 11 points, but now it's going to be back up to 18. Tesla with an electric catch and a touchdown there for the Lions. Looking at the Cardinals now, they're facing a 3rd and 1. That's going to be a handoff and a first down for them, as it is 21-19 there in that game. 3 minutes remaining in the game there. Crafty, yes, the Buccaneers got the field goal to end the game. Walk-off field goal off the Darnold pick, and that game is over. As you can see, the Buccaneers with a 38-35 win over the Seattle Seahawks in Seattle. We're watching some of these games here. Finish up, end up here. Again, the Lions game is pretty much over. The Titans have made it the game. The Cardinals, they love finding ways to lose fucking game or try to lose games close on. They had a big lead against the Panthers early on in the year. I think it was week 2. And they let the Panthers come all the way back. They had a huge lead here in this game against the Titans, and the Titans have now made it a 2-point game, 21-19, with 3 minutes left in that game. Washington, they have the ball in Chargers territory close to the red zone with about 3 minutes left in that game. Hamster says, lucky sons of bitches. Lucky, I don't know, really lucky, but like Darnold, just you can't throw that ball, man. When you have that, you got to be real careful with that ball. You know all you need is a field goal to win the game, and they fucked it up. And it's good to see after so many years of Bucko Bruce not doing well in the games that they brought him back for, Bucko Bruce 2-0 this year so far for the Bucs. Great to see. The Cards were up like super huge in this fucking game. Like we can look at like the fucking not 21-0, but they were up 21-3. They were up 21-3, and since they were up 21-3, there was a field goal, a touchdown, and then a touchdown. Titans are going to have a shot, man. Yes, they are. 4th and 8 for Arizona. They're going to have to punt the ball away. Dude, it's either been a blowout or games that were blowouts then got close. Yeah, it's Cardinals. They had 3rd and 8. They needed to get 8 yards. They got none. So it's 4th and 8 at the 2-minute warning. The Titans have 1 timeout remaining. Cardinals fans are pissed. They are booing their team for the shitty fucking play calling. I was going to say, it's coming up to the 2-minute warning anyway, so throw the fucking ball. Because it's either going to stop at the 2-minute warning, or they're going to call a timeout, or it's going to be they're not going to use their timeout because of the 2-minute warning, so I don't understand. Yeah, the Jets are definitely going to still be in the booty cheeks. I think that's clear. The Raiders, I know I put the Raiders in the booty cheeks for a reason. They're there. The Saints will be out. The Giants will probably be back in. I can't believe the Chargers are out of timeouts, by the way, in their game. 2:57 remaining. Washington has the ball. And right now, it looks like the Redskins have this game in control. Again, they're at the Chargers' 9-yard line. Looks like that game's going to be over soon. And the Chargers, after starting again, and they looked like they were going to be, is this the team that can challenge the Bills? Is this going to be a team up there in AFC? Are they going to be the ones to knock the Chiefs off? All of a sudden, you start the season 3-0, and then you lose back-to-back games to the NFC East, to the Giants, first of all teams. How dare you? And then to the Redskins with Jaden Daniels coming off a knee injury, not being 100%. But, boy, are they putting it on him. And this game started off – this game was 10-0 Chargers. And instead, now the Chargers are going to go ahead and Bengals are in the red zone. Boy, I mean, the game's over anyway, but the Bengals in the red zone is interesting. Jets Broncos next week, by the way, in London. Jolly old London. Broncos should win that game pretty easily. The Titans, they're going to have the ball down at the 19-yard line, their own 19-yard line. One timeout, 1:53 remaining. They got a shot. Look at Jake Browning running the ball there. Down to the 2-yard line. And we'll see really what the Chiefs are tomorrow night with the Jaguars. And by what I really mean is, like, if they're back to being the powerful team that we all think that they could be, or if they're going to struggle with the Jaguars. They might. I don't know. We'll see. But if the Chiefs handle their business, all of a sudden now, again, we started to like, oh boy, Chargers. They start off 3-0 against divisional opponents, and the Chiefs, they're 0-2 to start, and all these other things. All of a sudden, the Chiefs win, then the Chiefs are 3-2, and then the Chargers are 3-2. Holy shit! Yeah, the Chargers would be 3-2. Wow. All of a sudden, then you're talking about things get real interesting there in the AFC West. Touchdown Bengals. The Bengals get a touchdown. Higgins scores. And that's now going to be 24-35. Again, it's 11 points. Titans, they get a first down, but it's inbounds. The clock is going to tick. ELS picked the Jaguars to win that game. They might. Trevor Lawrence has got to show me more before I pick the Jaguars. Like, they're so inconsistent. And Trevor Lawrence has not played extremely well. I know they're 3-1, but they haven't played well. Chargers, yeah, I think the Chargers gave up. They're at the 2-minute warning right now. It's going to be 3rd and 5 for the Redskins at the 6 of the Chargers when they come back in that game. For the Titans, they're facing a 2nd and 10. 52 seconds remaining. They have one timeout. They are on their own 31-yard line. Snap. Cam Ward throws over the middle. That's going to be caught. Down to the 47-yard line, 1st and 10. Titans. Clock is moving. 42, 41, 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34. They are wasting time. 33, 32. Cam Ward takes the snap. Throws deep. Ball Got him! Holy shit! And the Titans are in the red zone. They are down at the Arizona 15-yard line. Wow! Do the Cardinals blow this fucking game to the team whose quarterback self-described them as ass? If I'm the Cardinals, I just say fuck it and go to Canada. Leave the league. You can't lose this game if you're the Cardinals. Holy shit. And it's going to be a run down to the 4-yard line. First and goal for the Cardinals. Oh, no. Hamster saying, don't fuck this up, Titans. Of course, Hamster, also a fan of the Titans as well as the Falcons. Falcons on the bye this week. Bengals, they're going to look to do an onside kick here. They got to get the ball to the 45. Will it actually work? It doesn't even go 10 yards, so it doesn't matter. But the Lions touched it. Once the Lions touch it, then it's a live ball, even if it doesn't go 10 yards. And they're saying Detroit ball. So that was it didn't go 10 yards, but they could have gotten the ball there. The Lions kind of bobbled the ball around there. So it was loose. The Bengals could have gotten it, but they did not. First and goal for the Titans from the 4. Cam Ward kneels it down on the left hash mark. Arizona's going to burn some timeouts now to try to preserve some time. There's only 16 seconds left as the Titans are looking to get a walk-off here. Sly is their kicker. Big pressure as you see him wiping the sweat off of his bald spot. I can't believe Arizona's going to blow this game. Another kneel down there from Cam Ward. As that's going to be third down now. 14 seconds left as Arizona takes a timeout. And that's their last timeout. So the Titans will kneel on the ball one last time. If you blow a 21-3 lead to the fucking Titans of all teams, Washington, they get a touchdown on a 4th and 7 play to ice that game against the Chargers. And the Titans are going to let that clock go down to about 3 seconds and call a timeout. And the Chargers are going to lose back-to-back games to the NFC East. Deebo Samuel gets the touchdown there for the Redskins. And, wow. That's going to be 26, and the extra point will be 27-10, Washington. Joey Sly for the Titans lining up for the field goal to win the game, the first game for the Titans this season. A 29-yard attempt. 5 yards less than an extra point. Snap, hold, kick is up. And it is good, and the Tennessee Titans come all the way back and defeat the Arizona Cardinals 22-17 21. Hamster screaming in the chat that the Titans win any given Sunday. What a comeback. There, congratulations on the Titans win, Hamster. You finally got a good one for your boys there. But boy, that's how the Cardinals let that happen. How the Cardinals fucked that up, I will never know. But holy shit, how do you let that happen? You can't let that happen. And they did. And so the Titans win their first game. The Lions are going to win their game. And the Redskins are going to beat the Chargers as they fall to 3-2. If the Chiefs win, they're tied all of a sudden. Crazy. What a crazy Sunday indeed, Pecan. Your Saints beat my Giants. That's not that crazy. The Giants suck. So, but congratulations on that. And we will be back here at 8:20 to watch the Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots battle each other on Sunday Night Football. Until then, my name has been King. This has been Stay Tuned Sports. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. See ya in just about 45 minutes or so. Actually, less than that, about 40 minutes. See you then, everybody. Adios.